Hey everybody, this is Emily Ream, President of BizPAD. Welcome to our weekly live training webinar. And I've got CEO of BizPAD, Greg Ryder, on the line. All right, so today's webinar is going to be about how to use BizPAD to manage and effectively use your virtual assistant. Now, if you don't have a virtual assistant, I'm hoping that this will persuade you to get one because they are incredible. So, first things first, every Wednesday for the month of May, we've been doing 1 o'clock Wednesday live trainings. If you haven't seen those, you can check them out at our blog, which can be located by just hitting the training tab in your BizPAD account, and it'll take you to our blog, and you can actually access the recordings that we've been doing this month. And we will also be putting templates that we've pre-created in there for you guys to download and actually copy those directly into your BizPAD account. And if you don't have a BizPAD account yet, you're really missing out. So go to bizpad.com, get a free trial, and upgrade. And if you don't know, or if you do know, excuse me, anybody who really could be using this, you can actually give them your affiliate link, which is located inside your BizPAD account down here where it says affiliate. So if you click right there, it'll show you on the right hand side. There's your link. Shoot it on over to a friend or colleagues that you have and get them integrated with BizPAD. Okay. There you go. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about using BizPAD for a virtual assistant. So I want to just kind of go over really quickly why you would want a virtual assistant to simplify your life, help you focus, give you more time to focus on those money-making activities, those income-generating activities that everybody should be working on. Having someone to take care of the small things, any distractions that you might be having in your office, like the customer service, the phone ringing, any admin tasks, stuff like that. All of those are things that a virtual assistant can take care of for you. And also, this is huge, making you more effective. I know that if you're focusing on those income generating activities, you're really going to be more effective in your business, and BizPAD can help you do that. And I'm going to show you how in just a couple of minutes. And if you're afraid to take the plunge, don't be. BizPAD really will make the transition smooth for you, really help you organize how you're going to be directing those tasks and assigning those specific to-dos for your VA. So really quickly, what a VA can do for you: help you with travel plans, transcription, event planning, any presentations, admin tasks, data entry, so on and so forth. You guys can read those below. And just a couple of tips to remember: clearly define why you need a virtual assistant. And one of the things that's been huge for us specifically when using BizPAD and having a virtual assistant is getting specific, knowing exactly how many steps it's going to take to accomplish what it is that you want to do and whatever project it is that you're working on currently. And again, I cannot stress enough: delegate, delegate, delegate. Making sure that you know who's responsible for checking up on the VA, for following up with the work that they're doing, and holding that VA accountable to make sure that you're getting the ultimate ROI on that money that you're spending on that virtual assistant. You want to make sure that the work that they're doing is really what you're paying them to do. So again, when working with your assistant, quick tip: just assume that they know nothing. So give them all the tools ahead of time in BizPAD, and I'll show you how you can do that and how you can be prepared for when you actually do get a virtual assistant and have a project already set up and ready so that they can just log in and be immediately integrated into whatever it is that you're working on. So now let's take a look at one of our latest VA projects. So I'm going to go up here to one of our VA projects, and her name is Jane. So I'm just going to refresh my BizPAD in here and show you. So one of the things that we do with BizPAD is when you're titling your project, title it with VA first, and then use the VA's name, and whether it's to-dos or tasks or however you want to word that, you can, but use VA as the first letters on that project title so that when you go to actually look in your active projects, it's organized by it's alphabetically organized, sorry. So when you go to actually look through, you can see all the VAs are in order. And in this tester account, I only have 2 in here. But when you start getting multiple VAs and you have tons of projects, you want to be able to go in there and find it very easily. So title it first with VA, and then the name, and then whatever it is that you're working on at the time. So here's a sample project, and I want you to look at the first item that we have. So I have just basically a little welcome note. Hey Jane, welcome to BizPAD. We will be using BizPAD to organize everything you'll be doing for us. Please start by watching the training video to learn how to use BizPAD. And then right there in the actual item, I've put the link for the training video. She clicks that, it takes her to the video will pop up. And again, this is also located down below in the footer, right here where it says training. If you click that video, it will take you to our blog, and the first video on our blog is the training video, which teaches you all about your BizPAD, the filter bar, the discussion area, and the WikiPad located on the right. And so one of the first things you want to do is make sure your VA knows exactly how to use BizPAD. And this will be huge when helping you in the future, because you want to make sure they know exactly what they're doing. Everybody's on the same page as far as communication goes. And BizPAD has been really, really effective for us. I mean, I don't know how many of you have VAs, but a lot of times people use Skype. Skype is great for real-time chatting back and forth. However, things can get really lost in translation. So you want to make sure that if you are using Skype or you are using email, you also have something to kind of back up that system, and BizPAD is great for that, and I'm going to show you how in a couple of minutes. So the next item down here, I have assigned Jane to just visit the site, which is our blog, and watch all of the training videos that we have on there. And then I want her to type a note with her comments for each video in the discussion history on the right hand side. So I've been as you can notice in this item, I've been extremely specific. I want her to go to the blog, I want her to watch all the videos, and then I want her to type a note with comments for each video in the discussion. So over here on the right, she knows, okay, I'm going to go to the blog, and every video I'm going to type my note for this video, whatever that video might be at the time. Once she's done, she can save that, and I can see on there, oh, Jane has said that, this is what she thought about the video, and yada, yada, yada. And I'll show you exactly what that looks like down here on a couple of items below us. And again, depending on how much material you have to train your VA, you can create folders. So let's say you want to train your VA how to use YouTube. With virtual assistants, a lot of times they're already pretty much trained on how to do certain amount of things, but let's say you have a special strategy that you want to use, you can actually create a folder for that, and below, immediately put the link in there under training video 1, training video 2, training video 3, however much training material you have, you can just create a folder for that and make sure that it gets watched. And once she's done watching it, it'll be her responsibility to go over here on the right hand side and check off the status. So just an example, I've put this in here, a welcome note, and I've put a task. I want her to go to this blog and watch all these videos. So I'm going to assign this to Jane. So I'm going to click in the assign to, and I'm going to go in here and I'm going to select Jane, and I'm going to hit OK. And I want her to do that starting today, and I want her to finish it by Friday. And you notice all I'm doing is just clicking in the middle of that box, and it'll bring up the calendar for me. I select the day, and there it is. And so now you can see on the right that I have set the start date to today's date, and I set the due date to Friday the 25th. So now Jane has been assigned, she knows when it's due, and she's now responsible for watching all those videos and making comments on the right by Friday. And once she's done, she can actually select whether she's done it or flag it if there's an issue or anything like that. So as you'll notice, my item right here, there's a little bubble, and that means that there's been a note that's been created on the right-hand side of this item. And this area on the right-hand side is specific to each item. So if you'll notice, I've selected this second item right here, and all the communication that's happening is on the right-hand side. But this first item, there's nothing there as of right now. You'll notice it's just a circle. There's no bubble because there has been no discussion over here. So if I wanted to add a little note, thanks Jane, I'm going to save it, and you'll notice immediately over here the item now has a bubble showing that there is communication going on in the discussion history. Okay, so another thing that's huge is making sure that you have all of your VA's contact information for whoever's going to need it. So for your project, you'll notice on the right hand side I've got this tester account, Greg's involved, and then Jane. So these are all members of our project. Now, let's say you have somebody that's going to be responsible for holding the VA accountable. You're going to want to make sure that they're added to this project so that they can see all of this information and follow up with that VA. So you want to be really careful for who you actually bring into the project, because project members can see everything listed. If you don't want somebody to see that, but you just want somebody following up with one specific item, for example, let's say you have something that they're doing in regards to customer service and you have a financial person that you want involved in that, you could actually assign that item. I'll just do one for you right now just as a sample to see. So check up on all financial statements. So let's say I want Jane to do this, so I'm going to assign it to Jane, but I also want somebody to make sure that Jane's doing this. So I'm going to CC Greg on this because I want him to follow up, but ultimately I want to be the one to double check that all of this has happened. So I'm going to assign myself as the approver, and you'll notice a little A pops up on there. So if I hit OK, you can see Jane's been assigned, Greg has been CC'd, so now I'm responsible for making sure both Jane and Greg are following through with this one item, and Greg is also involved in that, holding Jane accountable, and even further, I'm holding them both accountable now. So you can see how that works over here, and you can easily take people off by just unclicking like that. Very simple. So a lot of times you'll add an item in there and you're thinking, oh shoot, that's not part of the contact information. I need to move that. So let's say this is going to be a daily task that I want Jane doing. I'm going to take this item and I'm going to move it. So you see this little crossing arrow, you can just grab that item, make sure it's highlighted and that's available. If you notice on the folder, you don't do that with the folders. It's like the little hand, so that cannot be moved. However, these items, once selected, that little cross arrow shows up and you can move this. So I'm just going to take it and I'm going to move it down to daily tasks. And there you go. So now it's in the daily tasks and Jane knows this is something that needs to get done every single day. Okay, so that's just a sample. I'm going to get rid of it because we don't need that. So all I'm doing is highlighting it. I'm deleting it all. So I'm just going to backspace everything in here. And once you do that and click outside of this item, it'll prompt you. So you'll see it pop up right here. Deleting the title deletes the item. Do you want to delete this task? Okay, yes I do. And there it is, gone. So we get questions about this all the time in customer service as well. And if you watch the training video, you will know how to do this and your VA will be aware of how to do it. But just so you know, just by highlighting in the item and backspacing, and then clicking out of it, you can actually delete it. So it's a pretty simple process. You can see in my filter bar, the items that are selected are to-do items, but I want to see the items that Jane has already done and the items that we've already closed. So things that have been done, we've approved, we've moved on from. So I'm going to refresh. And now you can see in here, these are all open items. Scrolling down and you can see, okay, so over here, February 27th, we have a closed item, and it was for Jane to greet 4 Facebook friends celebrating their birthdays. So you can see over here on the right, we've got a link with the item and just some information located there for you. That was closed. We have another one down here to do some keyword research, and that item was closed. Let's scroll down, we can see some more. And if you notice, this little paper clip right here, we have read this report on YouTube strategy. So this was an item we wanted Jane to read the report, and the report was a PDF that we uploaded. So Jane marked that this is done. Okay, so if we want to see, all right, she's read it, now we can close this item. So we can select the done, move it to close, and now it's archived in there. Now, if we weren't going to close it and we wanted to delete it, we could simply just highlight in there, backspace, and everything that's located on the right hand side here would be deleted. But in this case, we don't want to delete it. Let's say we want to just leave this PDF in there. We're just going to close the item and it's now archived. So again, the filter bar is huge when you want to actually show which items have been done and which items have been closed. And a lot of times you won't need the closed unless you need to go back and double check your VA's work, or you want to access some files that you uploaded previously. Otherwise, you want to just make sure that the to-do items are listed when you're actually looking in their account. And you can select new as well. And when you select new, sometimes this will happen when you first log into your BizPAD account and you can see there's nothing listed here. And this happens all the time. People will log in and new is selected. They don't realize it though, and they're going like, oh my gosh, look at my project. There's nothing in here. Everything's missing. What happened? Don't panic. It's all there. You just need to make sure that you're properly ticking the right buttons up in the filter bar. So make sure the new's been unchecked. To do is there, and you want to make sure you're looking in the proper project and you're looking for the proper assignees. So I'm just going to refresh this, go back, and this is all in the training video. So I cannot stress enough, watch the training videos. They're really quick, it's really simple. BizPAD is very, very easy to use if you just watch the training video. Okay. So let's go back to this really quick. Again, we have the VA contact information listed here, email, Skype, payment info, their phone, and then we've organized Jane's to-dos by folders. So you can see we have daily reports, daily tasks, weekly tasks, monthly tasks, and then miscellaneous. So one of the things I want to just let you guys know is how you organize what is getting done makes a huge difference. So Jane knows every day I need to be doing all of the tasks listed under daily. Every week I need to be doing all the ones listed under weekly, so on and so forth. Now, if you want to make sure that your VA knows every single day I need to be doing this, for example, we have a website, geniusmoms.com, and we would like her to comment on a blog post, one per day. So Jay knows every single day I need to be doing this. So you can notice over here on the right hand side, she posts, I posted a comment here, provides the link. I posted a comment here, provides the link. I posted a comment here, provides the link. So we know that she is every single day posting a comment, and we can click there, go to the website, and double check her work. Now you'll notice on the right hand side this says BizPAD Scheduler. This is huge. If you have a virtual assistant that needs to be doing daily tasks, BizPAD has a scheduler that can create reoccurring tasks. So I'm going to show you how you do that really quick. So I'm going to create a new one for you. Let's say, check my Facebook, for example. So I want her to check my Facebook. And I'm going to assign this to Jane. I'm going to hit OK. Now, I want her to do this every single day. So over here on the right, and again, if you watch the training video, you'll know what all of these icons mean. But this yellow one right here is recurring task settings. If you click that, it'll bring up a window that brings you to set a scheduled task. So you can do non-recurring or you can do recurring and scheduled. And that's the one you want to click. That's the one you're going to want to click if you want to do a recurring task. So you can pick, is it going to be daily? Is it going to be weekly, monthly, quarterly, etc.? So in this case, I'd like it to be daily. I'm going to click daily. And, okay, we don't want weekly, we just want daily. And it's going to be starting today, and I want her to be doing it for a month. So I'm going to have her doing this all the way until a month from now, so June 23rd. Now, every time she does it, I want to make sure that this item's status has been reset. So once she checks done, and the next day she reopens BizPAD, it's still open, because we want to make sure that every single day she's doing that item. So then go down here, you can set the item properties if you like, whether it's to do, flagged, and again, if you want to set a priority on this, you can do that as well in here, or you can just simply do that on the left hand side in the actual item. So this is going to be assigned to Jane, select Jane, and I'm going to click OK. And now, every time Jane goes to do this item, she'll know that this has been a recurring item. So let's see here. Oh, I didn't put the dates in there. That's why. Let's go back. So here we have everything filled in. And start date is going to be 0 days. Due date offset. Let's do a day. So she's going to be done doing this in a month. So now, when Jane goes to log in, she'll notice that her daily task is to check my Facebook. So, what's the problem with this item though? All it says is check my Facebook. That's not specific enough. So what you need to do is to make sure that she knows exactly what you want done. So let's do a little adjustment here. Check all my messages and reply to them with a message saying thank you and hello. So now Jane knows she's going to check all the messages and reply to them with a message back saying thanks and replying hello. Now with this, there's a lot of things that you could do with this. Some Facebook messages might be a little bit more specific than others. In that case, you could ask Jane to forward any specific ones to you, or you could train her ahead of time on how to reply to those. So again, make sure you're being extremely specific with these items. That's made a huge difference with us in working with our VAs. So you can see in daily tasks, we have a bunch of other things like answer tickets, post tweets, wish Facebook friends happy birthday, like some posts on our blogs. And you can see right here we've set the priority. The priority is huge as well. If you set the priority to super high, Jane knows that this item is going to be one that needs to get done way before any of the others. Down to weekly tasks. So you can see on the right hand side in the discussion history, the BizPAD scheduler has popped up a bunch of times, just showing that every day there's a new to-do for her. And in this case, we want her posting 2 videos through Traffic Geyser for another one of our online properties. Here's the link. Make the link backs to the BU YouTube channel. So that's very, very specific for her. She knows that she is going to be posting videos through Traffic Geyser from our YouTube channel, and she's going to be having the links go back to our very own YouTube channel within Traffic Geyser. So she knows exactly what to do. And you can see on the right hand side all of her information that she's listed. So she says, on 3/25, I submitted 2 videos. Here are the details. I will post links when they are available. Here's the title. Here's the description. So she's giving us exactly whatever it is that she's worked on so we can follow up with that. Not only has she posted the information on the right, but she's provided us with the link so we can click that, go to our YouTube, and double check her work as well. So you could do this with your weekly, your monthly, miscellaneous, daily, whatever you want to do. However you organize it is up to you, but we cannot stress enough the importance of having it assigned to your VA, have somebody either being CC'd on it or as an approver. Now with the approver, if you're selected as an approver, you are the only person that can actually close this item. And in this case, a lot of our stuff isn't getting closed because it's ongoing. But if you do want to assign, a simple task and you want to pick an approver, the approver is going to be the only person that can actually go over here and close the item. Okay, so when using a BizPAD with your VA, it's always really important to be specific, make sure you delegate, select who's going to be in charge of what, and make sure that how you organize the to-dos are going to make a huge difference in your project management. So we have been going for about a little over 25 minutes, and I want to address any questions if there are any. Let me just show you really quick. The only template that we have up right now is from the last BizPAD training, and it was on events planning, and that's because I just directly posted it into the blog. The virtual assistant template has not been posted yet because I will be posting it with this recording when we do it on the blog. So if you go into the training and you click there, it'll bring up the blog. And in a blog post, let me just show you really quick so you can see. So we've arrived at the BizPAD blog, and I'm pretty sure I put it in BizPAD training. Okay, so yeah, I had one that said that, but I don't know. I think I might have deleted it. So event planning, live training with BizPAD. So this is from 2 weeks ago. And here's the video. You can watch the replay if you want. Scroll down. And right here, To get a copy of the event planning template in this training video, click here. So by clicking there, you can automatically download the link for this template and copy it right into your BizPAD account. And we're going to do the exact same thing with this virtual assistant one as well. So that will be available to you later today on the BizPAD blog and training. And this is, if you look on the screen, this is an example of the YouTube SEO strategy template that we created. And we'll make this available to you guys on the blog as well. So plan to see more templates coming up and utilizing those for your virtual assistants or even yourself in your BizPAD account. They're extremely helpful, kind of like a how-to step-by-step guide. So this is just an example of what one of them might look like. And again, if you have multiple VAs, don't hesitate to utilize the project that you've set up for them by copying this and using it for another virtual assistant that you have. So let's say you want to use this entire project, this same project with all the same to-dos for another VA. What you can do is you can copy this project and then create a link that you can use to put into another virtual assistant's account. So when they open their account, they automatically see the welcome letter, they see the to-do to watch the training videos, etc., etc. And if you go to the blog, down here in the training tab, there is a video on how to copy a project. It shows you step by step what that looks like, how to do it, and it's extremely useful when working with multiple virtual assistants or multiple templates that you want to import, whether you're a coach and you have clients, or you want everybody in your team to import a project into their account, anything like that. So again, that's located on the blog, which you can get to by hitting the training button. One of the companies we were working with that was giving us our virtual assistants, they would have them email us daily reports. And the whole idea of BizPAD is to eliminate all those emails that are coming in. And so we asked Jane to just post her reports instead of emailing us. We wanted her to just post her daily report right into BizPAD. So you can see today, here's her daily report. We've got one for yesterday. We've got one for the day before that, the day before that, the day before that, and going and going and going and going and going and going. So she's been posting daily what she's been working on, and we can actually see that as we scroll all the way down, located on the right. All right. Well, I want to thank you guys for joining us for this BizPAD live training. I hope this was helpful. If you do want to get this same template for the VA, again, like Greg said, give us, I'd say, by Friday, and we'll actually have a template uploaded to the blog so that you can download that directly into your account and start integrating that with your virtual assistant. So thanks again for joining us this week. We're going to have another live training next week, and we will notify you by email what that's going to be about. And if you have something that you specifically want to get trained on, don't hesitate to tell us. If you go to our blog and go to the Ask the Experts page, you can type right in there what you want to know and get some additional training in that area. All right. Well, thanks again. Have a wonderful afternoon, everybody, and we will see you next week, Wednesday at 1 o'clock for another wonderful BizPAD live training session. My name is Emily Ream, President of BizPAD, and we'll see you next time.